everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have done this electric blue smoky eye. I knew I wanted to use blue, but I didn't want to use too much that it would like overpower the makeup look. I still wanted it to be a glam. I'm using my brand new camera today, so bear with me. I am still getting used to it. I've messed around with the settings, so fingers crossed when I come to edit it, it'll be okay. I know you guys are going to ask me, the camera that I've now got is the Canon 80D and it's an autofocus camera. I got the 18mm to 135. Let me have a look. I have such good memory. I can't believe I remembered that. Yeah, that's it. 18 to 135mm lens. But yeah, so that's all that's different so far. I've got a new microphone, but I'm not using it yet because I forgot to get batteries for it. Duh. Anyway, let's get straight into this video. Like forever and always, I'm taking my Soft Oak Paint Pot by MAC and my concealer buffer brush from Zoeva, and I'm just going to pat this on top of my eyelid all the way up to my eyebrow to act as my eyeshadow primer. This is just going to help the eyeshadow stand out more and just make it last even longer. To set that all in place, I'm taking my fresh eyeshadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills and I'm taking my 228 crease brush from Zoeva just to pop this on top of Soft Ochre to dry it off. The first shade I'm going to go in with is my transition shade, which is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. This is my ultimate favourite transition shade, and I'm just going to use that on my 228 crease brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to use circular motions and window screen wiper motions into the top crease. Then I'm going to be grabbing my Morocco eyeshadow from Makeup Geek, which is a really bright orange. I'm going to be taking that on my Morphe M433 brush. This is just like the 227 that I'm obsessed with. And I'm going to pop this into my crease using circular motions and then windscreen wiper motions again. Because this is a smaller brush, it's just going to blend it into like a smaller area in the crease to make it more like in depth and give the eyeshadow a little bit more dimension. After I've done with the crease, I'm just going to pop some of this onto the outer corner using circular motions, just on the outer C, so when we come to blend everything out, it's going to blend nicely together. Then I'll be taking the shade Sienna from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is my favourite shade. It's like a really nice warm mid-tone brown. It's really, really beautiful. I'm just going to use the same Morphe brush and blend this into the outer corner and then work my way into the crease, ready for when we do the inner corner. For the inner corner, I like to use brush strokes up and down into that crease and then drag it sideways into the middle of the eyelid. I feel like this is the easiest way to blend out the eyeshadow without it going everywhere. So I was searching for a blue and came across this in my Morphe palette, and it's a really beautiful navy shade. Now navy is really hard to blend out, like I'm not gonna lie, it did take me quite a while to blend this out, but you just gotta be persistent. If you totally want to skip this, you can go on to like a dark brown and then do the black. If you want to skip the navy, it's just like an added blue I guess to the look. But I'm just going to use my little through line brush and use circular motions and then windscreen wiper motions on the outer corner. I'm going to make sure that I have dragged this down to my like lashes on my top lash, just so it just looks nice in unison and no gaps are showing. Then I'm going to be taking my 227 brush from Zoeva just to make sure that that is all blended out and there's no harsh lines, because there can be quite a lot of harshness with navy. Then I'm going to be copying the same brush strokes that I did earlier, but with this smaller brush, which is just going to be more compact so the shadow stays in that area or the specific place that we're putting it. It doesn't have much of a blend to it, so you just got to make sure that you do blend it out. And then I'm also taking it into the crease and joining the outer corner and inner corner up. Then grabbing Corrupt by Makeup Geek, I'm just going to take this on my through-line brush again. I absolutely love this black. It's like one of my favourites. And I'm just going to do the same thing on top of the navy, but I'm not going to put too much on. I don't want it to be too black. I just didn't want it to be too much or too heavy, because obviously the blue is going to be like the star of the show. So you just want to do your best to make that stand out. I don't know why I did them. I just punched my laptop, sorry. But I'm going to do the same thing again on the inner corner, not putting too much on. I almost wanted it to look a bit grey rather than really black, like I could have really packed it on. And I'm not going to take it up to join the two together in that crease. Then I'm taking my Makeup Geek eyeliner in Cobalt. Now these eyeliners are very waxy. This will probably only work with a waxy eyeliner, but this is going to act as like our sticky base for our eyeshadow pigments next. I'm just going to fill in that center bit that we haven't touched yet with this blue eyeliner. Then taking these beautiful Makeup Addiction, sorry that one's upside down, in Inkjet and Purist. First patting on the Inkjet shade with my Le Pays Trends Flat Eyeshadow, a buffer brush. I'm just going to pop this all the way in the center of the eye and make sure that I reach into the crease. I'm also going to make sure the edges are nice and blended because I don't want it to look too harsh. Then I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush and Purist on top. This is going to give the look a little bit more of like a lighter shimmer, and I just really love the effect of these two shades together. Then I'm just taking my Neutrogena makeup wipe and I'm just going to get rid of any of the fallout that's occurred from blending out the eyeshadow. Then moving on to mascara, I'm using my Benefit They're Real mascara, and this is phenomenal. I love spiky wands, and this wand is just pure genius. It like separates all your eyelashes and makes them look super long and just makes them look full. Like my eyelashes just look really nice and full. Then I'm going to dive into my Makeup Addiction Cosmetics Holy Glow palette, and I'm going to be using that crystal white shade for my inner corner highlight. I'm using my black canvas E10 brush to apply this in the inner corner. It's just so pretty. To complete that look, I'm going to be taking my far eyelashes from Huda Beauty and skipping straight over eyeliner. I decided not to apply any today. Then onto Thy Face. So first of all, I'm taking my Maracuja Brightening Eye Treatment from Tarte. I'm just going to pop this underneath my eyes. My concealer has just looked so much better when I've done this step. Then moving on to face primer, I'm taking my Laura Geller Tinted Spackle Primer in Champagne. I'm just going to pop this all over my face. This is a holy grail of mine. I have yet to find something that beats it. For foundation, I'm taking my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6. I'm just going to pop this all over my face and then use my damp Real Technique sponge to buff this all in. This was the first time I've used this, but this is the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in the shade Light Medium. I'm just going to pop this underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, the centre of my forehead, my cupid's bow, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. First impressions on this concealer is that I really love it. Obviously I've only used it once, but it's a full coverage concealer, but like a light wear kind of feel to it. It's not very heavy, it doesn't cake, and it doesn't dry super matte, so like I do have to powder it, but I prefer concealers like that than it drying really like dry. Then for contour, I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast. I'm just going to pop this onto my forehead, drawing like a line all the way across and then doing little lines down. This just helps me blend it out. It just makes it look a little bit more seamless when I do those little lines. It just basically makes my life easier. And then I'm going to pop this underneath my cheekbones, on the side of my temples, underneath my nose, just at the bottom, just because I want like a more rounded look to my nose, and then a little bit underneath my lip. Then I'm going to just take my sponge and start blending that out. For my brows, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I'm going to mix taupe and medium brown. I just wanted to have my eyebrows a little bit lighter. I'm still not sure if I prefer them like this, but we will see. I'll keep doing this for a while, and I'm just going to use my Le Pays Trends brush to fill them in with. Like I said earlier, I'm going to have to set my concealer, so I'm just taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm just going to pop this on top of all the areas that we concealed. I'm going to keep the rest of my face quite dewy, so I'm not going to put it all over my face, just in those specific areas. Then I'm taking my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan, and I'm just going to pop this on the areas that we contoured. This is just going to set that cream contour in place. For my contour, I'm taking my Benefit Hoola Bronzer, and I'm taking that on this Mermaid brush from CERTIFEYE, and I'm just going to pop that on all the areas that I want an extra contour, so just underneath my cheekbones, on the outer parts of my forehead, and underneath my chin. These brushes are now for sale on CERTIFEYE. I'll give you the link down below, but it's an 8-piece brush set for £45. How amazing is that? Then I'm taking my Oprah Highlighter in Rodeo Drive, and this is the first time using it, and oh my lord, it is beautiful. I'm taking my fan brush from the CERTIFEYE brush collection, and to apply this on the highest points of my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, on top of my brows, and then I'm using a smaller like eyeshadow brush to apply this to the tip of my nose and then the center of the bridge. For blusher, I'm taking my Too Faced blush, and it's the name I Will Always Love You, and I'm just going to pop this on the apples of my cheeks and blend it in with my contour and highlights. Going back to the eyeshadow, I'm taking Sienna again, and I'm going to apply this underneath my eye using my 231 brush from Zoeva, and I'm just going to apply this all the way from the inner corner and outer corner, and make sure that I do join the lower lash eyeshadow with the top eyeshadow, because I just want everything to look really nice and blended and just kind of more smoky, I guess. Going in with Corrupt eyeshadow, I'm taking that on my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just going to pop this on the lower lash line, again not making it too heavy or too black, but I'm just going to apply this all the way from the inner corner to outer corner and then join it up to the top eyeshadow too. Taking my saturated colour eyeliner in Greek Blue, and I'm just going to pop this on my waterline. This eyeliner is super creamy, the pigment payoff was super quick, I didn't have to like build up any layers, but just make sure that you do drag it out to your lashes because you don't want any of the skin showing through on your waterline. Then to complete the look, I'm just taking my mascara and applying that on my lower lashes, and then adding some liquid lipstick from Dose of Colours in the shade Truffle to my lippies. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Please let me know your comments on my new camera. Let me know if you prefer the autofocus and the quality, etc. I am super excited to go and edit this video. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up and share to your friends and family. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red button. Remember, you can follow me on all other social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, or Amy's Makeup Box. I've made it really nice and easy for you guys to find me. So until next time, I'll see you soon.